Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eric Broadus, back again with another video, and I say welcome again to my YouTube channel. But I'm back again, and this one I'm following up with some more military content, and this was just something I was thinking about, and I'll title it "Have Translatable Skills Before Leaving the Military." Make sure you have translatable skills before you leave the military. And the reason why I say that, obviously, I retired from the military, and all things eventually must come to an end, no matter what career field that you are in. Whether you're an athlete, eventually that comes to an end. If you're in the corporate side, eventually at some point you're going to retire or leave that job. So, eventually your career will come to an end, and you have to always make preparation the best you can so that when you do retire or when you leave that profession, you will have a smoother transition into your retirement years, or if you want to cross over into something different. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna stick with the military. And a lot of times what I had realized that there are some individuals that are in the military, and they are used to getting a steady income. Having a steady income, they're used to having, being insured of having shelter, food, and clothing. And sometimes, by having that security while you are enlisted in the armed forces, it can kind of lull military members to sleep. And when I talk about lulling people to sleep, it means getting to a point where you've gotten so used to something that you get into a comfort zone, and it's very easy to get lost in the military and kind of forget as to what is going on the outside, on the civilian side, and to even consider or think about planning for the future, because sometimes you can get into a routine and you get used to a certain lifestyle. And some people can forget that, hey, wait a minute, this right here is temporary, and at some point in the future this is all going to come to an end. And it doesn't matter. That is for all of us. So for all of us that are in the military, or that have served in the military, or that will serve in the military, at some point in the future your career will come to an end, and you have to have the mindset that someday that's going to happen, and that I need to make sure that I am well prepared to transition into civilian life and into something else, whether that's retirement or whether that's into another career field. So it is definitely something to think about. And the one thing you don't want to do is, after having been in the military, having had a steady income, you've enjoyed the benefits, medical health benefits. You got your life insurance, the benefits of being able to travel, education benefits, and also other tax-free advantages that are given to servicemen and women, that serve their country. But at some point, you're going to transition and become a civilian. So you have to have the foresight to plan ahead and plan accordingly. And so there are certain jobs in the military that they don't necessarily translate into jobs that are outside on the civilian world. And so the advice that I would like to give military members, whether they're enlisted or officers, make sure that you get the translatable skills that you need while you are serving in the military, while the armed forces are paid for it. with that tuition assistance. You know, and, while you're serving, that is a time to take advantage of those education benefits. And while you have the security and the covering of the military, you should at some point always kind of, take a check and see what's going on the civilian side. See what type of jobs or skills that can that are profitable on the outside, and see what's in demand. You should always keep abreast. And I believe I think I learned this in some type of business class, but I don't know if it was every what did they think, every 3 to 5 years, kind of see what's going on in terms of the skill set and see how things have changed, because skill sets change, business models change. I mean, you can see it right now that things are changing, so they're not going to be the same. And a lot of times military members forget that they may have gone in during a different era or a different time, but by the time you come out the military, things have been going on the outside, and by the time you prepare to leave the military, you come into a different world where things are different than what they were when you left. So you have to understand that. And so there obviously it's a no-brainer. Certain career fields that are always going to be in demand would be definitely the IT guys, the guys that deal with computers, automation, that's obvious. Even the trades, plumbing, electrical, stuff like that, that's definitely going to be in demand, because there's certain things that robots and automation can't do, and there's definitely a host of other skill sets. But what I want to do is to encourage those of you that are in the armed forces and even reserves to make sure you take advantage of your education benefits and whatever else that the your branch of service, or wherever you can meet and connect with, whatever is offered to you. Make sure you take advantage of it and find out what skill set is in demand on the outside. So that way, if you get the education and training that you need while you're in the military, and you get it, for free, you might as well take advantage of it. So that way, you have those things in your toolkit. And then when you get ready to transition out, and you decide to get your resume hooked up, or even if you want to go into business for yourself, you have those unique skill sets that are in demand that would allow you to prosper in business. What service can you offer? It's all about supply and demand. And I think it's very important for those of you in the military to recognize this and to make sure you capitalize on the advantages that you have. Security is a big advantage, and free education and training is a huge advantage. So it's something that you want to make sure, take a look at these things, and, stay abreast and stay aware and stay on the cutting edge as to how technology and how business models and skill sets, say how they're changing and how they're evolving, so that way you can stay ahead of the game. But I don't want to make this video too long, but again, the name of this video is Have Translatable Skills Before You Leave the Military. Have translatable skills before you leave the military. Make sure you get those skills. Now, for those of you, if you happen to be in a career field or a job in the military where it's in high demand on the outside, then I would say make sure you get all the training and certificates and all the degrees that you can to add to it with that experience. But everything in balance. For some career fields you may not need as much education, but let me put it to you this way: if it's free and you happen to have a job and the military is already paid for your training, the degrees and the certifications can only help. It's not going to hurt. So take advantage of it. But again, name of this video, Have Translatable Skills Before Leaving the Military, because at some point you're going to decide to either retire, or your enlistment and your time of service will eventually end. Thanks, guys, for listening, and I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you, for subscribing to my channel. And for those that desire to subscribe, my channel is Eric Broadus YouTube. That's EricBroadus YouTube, or ericbroadusyoutube.com. And for those that are subscribed, please make sure once you subscribe, tap that bell so you can get any future podcasts, live streams, or any information going on with this channel. And smash that like button, folks. Smash the like button and leave comments. I would like to dialogue and let's have the conversation about it. But I feel it's very important, and some military members can get complacent after being in the service for a while, and they fall asleep at the wheel. So you got to always stay competitive. Always stay competitive, whether in or out of the military. And also have my audio podcast, Snacks Thoughts. That's SNAKSTHOUGHTS, Snacks Thoughts. And you can find me on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, Radio PBM, and Apple Podcasts, and a host of other social media and podcast platforms. But that's all I have for this video, guys. Thank you for listening, and please share my channel. Push it out. Share it and share Snack Thoughts. Push it out. But that's all I have, guys, and I have some more military content, and as well I'll be bringing some another podcast on Snack Thoughts. But thanks, guys, for listening. Peace out. Catch you on the next one.